from the Scottish Liberal Democrats. Thank you, Alan.
Okay, thank you, Mary Jane, and thank you all very much for coming to listen to us all tonight. I'm proud of what Liberal Democrats have achieved in government. A rapidly growing economy, 500 more jobs in our Island Butte compared to a year ago, income tax cut by £800 for workers on low and middle earnings, the triple lock guarantee for pensioners that saw a state pension increase double the rate of inflation this year, the budget deficit cut in half, and very importantly, the Highlands and Islands put at the heart of government after decades of neglect. As a result of that, we've seen the island fuel duty discount. Every time you go to a pump on Mull and fill up your car, you pay 5 pence less in fuel duty than people in the mainland pay. That's thanks to the Liberal Democrats in government. We're seeing the rollout of superfast broadband and 4G mobile phone coverage. That is now well underway. The Coastal Communities Fund is returning 50% of the Crown Estate profits back to communities in the Highlands and Islands. In the budget, we saw an announcement of £30 off electricity bills in the Highlands and Islands. We saw a duty cut in Scotch whisky. Here in Mull, take for example, Garmany Hydro, a much higher feed-in tariff thanks to a change in the law that I personally drove through Parliament, a change in the law that only applied to one particular scheme, and that was Garmany Hydro. That just shows that with Liberal Democrats in government, the focus has been on the Highlands and Islands. And make no mistake about that, because the first 9 years I spent in Westminster, any calls on behalf of the Highlands and Islands were swept aside by the Labour government, who just did not listen at all. The fuel duty discount, for example, year after year, myself and other Highlands and Islands MPs raised that in the budget. We were just dismissed out of hand. The tables have been turned over the last 5 years. I've really enjoyed Labour MPs on the opposition benches moaning that Highlands and Islands Liberal Democrat MPs were feathering their own nests. That's a charge that I'm proud was made against us. I'm delighted to be accused of delivering too much benefits for my constituency. My focus during my time in Parliament has been focused purely on delivering for our Island Butte. I'm not some party automaton that does what the whips tell them. I make up my own mind. For example, I voted against a 3-line whip on proposals to increase fuel duty, to put up university tuition fees, and against the bedroom tax. I'm proud of the Liberal Democrat record, but on the rare occasions when mistakes get made, I vote the way I want. I go into the other lobby, I don't just do what the whips tell me. I put our Island Butte first. When BT and Vodafone filed up big style in our Island Butte last winter, I had them hauled before the Scottish Affairs Select Committee to explain themselves. And when Scottish and Southern Energy filed up in Iona, and a certain Alistair Redmond contacted me for help, I was delighted to assist. And I invited Alistair down to London, and she appeared before the Scottish Affairs Select Committee to give the case on behalf of Iona. And as his MP, I was delighted to deliver for Iona a new cable to bring electricity to Iona, and hopefully an end to all the power cuts that had bedevilled that island. Now, the job of recovering the economy from the crash of 2008 is half done. And I urge you to re-elect Liberal Democrats to finish the job. And let's not be distracted by yet further debates on constitutional change. We had that debate last year. We rejected independence. The government set up the Smith Commission, and all 5 political parties represented in the Scottish Parliament, including all 4 at the table tonight, we all agreed the way forward. All 5 parties signed up to the Smith Commission proposals. And we will deliver on the Smith Commission proposals. The draft legislation has already been published, and Liberal Democrats in government will deliver, because more devolution for Scotland has always been Liberal Democrat policy. We are not some late convert to this policy. What the Smith Commission will be delivering is what Liberal Democrats have argued for years. So let's not be distracted by further constitutional change. In particular, let's not go down the road of the SNP's proposal for full fiscal autonomy. That's a crazy idea, which would see the Scottish Parliament lose £7.6 billion a year. That's equivalent to 14 pence in the pound in income tax. That's because they want to replace the generous Barnett formula with rapidly disappearing oil revenues. In the next Parliament, let's put all these debates about constitutional change behind us, and let's focus on growing the economy. Liberal Democrats want to cut income tax by another £400, bringing in an extra £6 billion a year from crackdown and tax avoidance, a fully costed plan for £8 billion more for the NHS, income tax down, pensions up, more jobs. That's our record of government. Re-elect Liberal Democrats to finish the job we have started so well.